Hey guys, second fan of the night.
Second fan of the night.
This is an Envirofan. Ooh, I bumped the camera. This is an Envirofan Decorafan made by Union and/or Evergo. The later Decorafans were made by the same company that made the plunger canopy Taiwan gold lines. We don't know for sure who that company is, although we have some theories. I didn't realize that the previous wood-bladed Envirofans were also called Decorafan.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, if you see this blade shape, it was sold as an Envirofan. And this is one of my favorite blade shapes. I have 4 favorite blade shapes for these. This is one of them.
Yeah, I do have one of these too.
Yeah, it's white, right?
I got 2. One is brown and one is white.
Oh, nice. With that blade shape?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, but I have a white one like this.
Yep. I knew you had a white one. I didn't know you had a brown one. Yeah, I like this blade shape. The 4 favorite blade shapes I have are this. Then there's some where it's just straight on both ends.
All right.
Then there's the really weird baseball bat Leslie lock blades. And then there's some where it's like rounded with a cutout. I don't have one of those. I've never had one of those, but I've seen them in Adam's videos. And so those are my 4 favorite blade shapes. The ones that just have a regular rounded end, I don't like as much. And I feel like they don't fit the motor shape as well. And so I'm really excited to have these. I think I'm trying to convince Pete to put one with this blade shape up in the enclosure. So hopefully we'll have one of these hanging for our next barn tour. Anything you want to say, Pete? Oh, I forgot. Commercial. If you want to see behind the scenes footage of me yelling at Pete and many other fun things, patreon.com/dspiffy. Anything you want to say about this, Pete?
Oh yeah, definitely another childhood. This in general is, like I said, mostly I picture these on a ceiling, what I call rick tiles.
Oh yes, they work great on rick tiles.
That's just what I saw as a kid.
Yeah.
Especially in what I call the downtown stores.
Yep, little small town downtowns.
Yeah,
you'd see a lot of this.
Exactly. It's like if you go to like any of these small towns.
Well, do you know why that is?
No.
Because, small towns generally didn't have the big chains and they didn't have lighting showrooms and they didn't have electrical contractors. But these type of fans were sold through catalog order. So like, Montgomery Ward had unions.
A big one, yes.
That's why you see a lot of Emerson's because Sears had them. J.C. Penney had Moss. That's why you see a lot of Moss. And then a lot of the like Granger and Crescent Electric and those type of like contractor supply places also had some of those same companies. So.
Well, and who carried Newtone? Because I'd see slim lines.
I don't know. That's a good question. I know Granger carried them at some point. I know that they were sold in a lot of places that sold like bathroom fixtures and stuff like that because their bathroom fans were very popular. Fireplace stores I know carried Newtone. I know they were sold through a lot of like networks of dealers. I have a feeling that the Newtones was one of the companies that was just like carried through contractor supplies. So if I hired a contractor and said just put in whatever fans you stock, he'd probably put in Newtones because they sold them through a lot of contractor supplies. But I've not actually traced. Like we've seen Montgomery Ward catalogs, so we know that they had Evergo stuff.
Yep.
And
I was gonna say another fan I seen in the downtown shops is a lot of the cast view fan stuff, like the golden fans. Wood blades.
I didn't see nearly as many of those, but I think those definitely. I wonder where those were sold. A lot of them were labeled Moss.
Yeah,
and Moss
Tropical Breeze.
And Moss was carried through J.C. Penney and through a lot of the early lumber yards and home centers.
That could be.
And yeah. Okay, well let's
do the same thing as the gold line.
Yep.
0 to high, and I'm thinking this. I wonder if this may not have as big of an inrush.
You want to go with small inrush?
Yes.
I'll go with big then. Yeah, we have the 5-speed control. Well, I got 2 of these, and one of them had the 5-speed control. And I thought I brought it with, but we can't find it. So either it's here buried or it's still in my garage. You can go ahead and hit the switch.
Okay.
Well, that's gonna be big inrush.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is. I didn't.
But hopefully when we hang it in the enclosure, it'll have the 5-speed control.
Right, well, there already is one.
That's true, but it might not be the same, and not all those 5-speed controls are the same.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes the fans behave.
Maybe try it with the one existing.
If it works good, then you can leave it. Only thing that's cool about the control that it came with is it actually says Envirofan.
Well, so does that one.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Did that come with that fan there?
No, that's a Miami Carry.
Where did that control come from that says Envirofan?
You gave that one to me.
Oh.
I think we had an accident with one of them. There was two of them.
Okay.
And I think one of them fell off my workbench.
Okay.
Probably because where I was before, trains came by and vibrated stuff.
Do you want to try the tack on this?
Sure.
Pete's been doing good on the tack. I take back what I said about me being better at the tack than Pete. At least here at the barn, Pete wins. In my garage, I might still have an edge. I'd be curious to see how Rick does here. It's definitely tricky to get it here.
This might be easier with the wood blade.
It might be. Here's hoping.
Great last time.
Yeah, maybe the white blades are actually better, or it could be because they're so shiny, and these are a little less shiny. They're still pretty shiny. You try it on the brass there. Yeah. Oh, that's what you're doing.
And I'm getting 1930.
Okay, so if we divide that by that's pretty fast. I don't think that's accurate.
No, it doesn't sound right.
But at least you're getting a reading. That's a good sign. $12.19.
That sounds about right. Let's go with that.
Sure. 12 divided by 4.
Yep, is about 300.
This looks like it's probably going about.
It does. It's a little slower than. Excuse me, that's slower. It's a little smaller than the last one we tested.
Oh,
So,
yeah. This is
so
like 48.
yeah. So small. So the smaller the fan is, the slower it looks like it's going, even when it's going fast. You know.
Yep.
And so the fact that this looks about the same speed as the last one, but it's actually faster, is probably because it's smaller. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm freezing with that, so that's clearly good airflow. Some of these, you can do spin down.
Yeah, spin down.
Did I do? I'm not sure I did power factor and all that. I can't remember now. Let's just do it real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Power factor 1.
Okay.
Some of these Union Evergo type spinners with wood blades are not as good as others on the airflow because they just go fast. But if they don't have like curved blades, you know, or you know,
Or they have very light blades.
right. Some of them it's not
Or not really pitched.
yeah. So what I used to do is I used to crank the pitch down on some of them, like when I used to install them in the old community center and stuff like that. I'd pitch the blade steeper. It kind of depends what you want. If you just want it to circulate, then the shallow pitch works great, just like an industrial. Right. But if you want to breeze, like most people want with a residential fan, then
or a blender fan is quite a steep pitch with that powerful motor.
Blender fans work more like a really good residential fan. That's kind of how they're designed, which has pros and cons in a commercial environment. Mm-hmm. Again, I still think that probably the best commercial fan is the 85 Gold line, and then after that, maybe the Stratajet.
That, yeah.
Okay, where do you think it's going to start?
All right, I'm going to give it, I think it'll start on 2.
Okay, I'm going to say 4.
1, 2, no, 3, 4, budged, 5.
Go take it back to 4. I want to win.
No, it's not going to work.
I heard a noise. Is that Rick or Sheep?
I don't think it's Rick.
Could be Rick.
I'm surprised it doesn't start till...
Yeah, it stopped pretty quick, leading me to believe that the bearings are a little stiff, and then these are often wonky in where they start. Like, these are often all over the place in where they start. You know, again, the old Union quality control.
Oh, yes, that's true. So this is 5, so 6.
That 5 is actually not a bad, like, restaurant low.
Right. Let's see what it does on 6.
6 isn't bad either if it doesn't go too fast.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it's going much faster than this.
That's not too shabby. I could deal with that. 6-8-14 might be a good control for this.
This is 7. Yeah, 4-7-11 would be out. 4 didn't even start. So.
Have we ever tested one of these that's 52-inch instead of 48?
I don't remember.
They have a wider motor. The motor's like the width of a 56-inch Gold Line.
Okay.
I have a couple. I just don't know if we've ever tested
And
them.
here is 8. So this one on 8 is a perfect medium low.
Yeah, I see where he's going.
I wouldn't do 8, 12, 20. I'm thinking this could go over.
What a shame for our sponsors.
Yes.
We'll have to see what the good manufacturing company has to offer.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I think that little 6-8-14 because that's pretty fast, but still not anywhere near high.
No, let's see what today.
Yeah, we're still a good
Yeah.
quarter of an amp almost away.
Yeah. Just for quick runs. Oh yeah, that's making a difference already. I just hit the high switch just to see if it would jump big. Here's 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's see, where am I?
You're still a ways away.
19.
We're not going over with this one.
Huh.
Yeah, sometimes these go over in the 20 range.
Yes. And this is 20 right here.
Yep.
And it didn't go over.
In the interest of time, hit 30. Let's just we'll leave that and then just
This
turn.
is, well, yeah.
Oh no, I can't. Easy way to do it. But
22, 25.
never mind.
Where am I at now? I'm at
You're still under, but you're close.
I'm going to go. Here's 30.
Still under. I think this is gonna be one that doesn't go over.
32. 35.
Close. Go all the way up.
Just max out.
Still
No.
under, I think. Hit the high switch. Yep, still under.
Okay.
No frequent what?
No resonant.
No frequency of resonance is what I was trying to say, but I'm a stupid.
Okay.
So the next test is ye old solid state. Well, let me see. I'm not gonna get up because every time I get up, I kick the camera. So I'm gonna sit here on my behind and let his metalness kill the background noise. Yeah, I like that blade shape. I don't know. I think this one and the really weird baseball bat blades are probably tied for favorite for me. And then the other two are close second. Okay, how do you think it's going to do on ye old control of solid stateness?
I think between bedroom quiet and maybe living room quiet. Sometimes, well, one thing, maybe not. I know mine was noisy on a solid state.
Yeah, sometimes these are noisy.
So
We've had good luck with things being silent lately. So if you're thinking might be bedroom, I'm going to say silent just as a shot in the dark. I think it's unlikely, but I think it's possible.
wow, what do you know?
Now, one thing to keep in mind. Damn near
Yes.
silent. One thing to keep in mind is that everything is a factor when it comes to whether or not something will be noisy. So a fan that might be noisy in my garage might not be noisy here, because it could be a difference in power supply and line voltage. It can be the resonance of the building itself. So there might be something about this particular test rig that is quieter. However, I don't think it's the power, because as we know, there are other fans in this building that are quite noisy on solid state controls. So, but again, there's a lot of factors. So just because it's silent here doesn't mean it's going to be silent everywhere. Just because it's noisy here doesn't mean it's going to be noisy everywhere.
That's definitely silent.
That is silent.
which is very surprising because I have my white one. It is just noisy.
I know. Just again, the union quality control. They made really great, really cool products, but their quality control was just shit.
Yeah.
And that's why so many of them are. We find them failed. We find them locked up, bad bearings. You just never know what you're gonna get. It's a mixed bag.
Oh,
Anything else, or is this everything?
This is actually everything.
Okay. Well, then, once again, patreon.com/dspiffy for extra content. Please support our sponsors: Fanstick,
Yes.
Lightstick, Taco Burrito Mexico, The Good Manufacturing Company, and the 81220 Company. We'll come up with a better name for it. So how can they support our sponsors, Pete?
Buying fans.
Buy Fanstick. Thanks for watching.